I'd like to do is to announce that on Thursday, the 27th of June, I'm sorry, 27th of May, the American Wind Symphony is going to come back to Lake Charles and is going to perform for us again. They came here in 2006. It was a marvelous public performance on the lakefront right behind the Civic Center. And they're going to come back and they're going to perform again. They will be hosting a patrons concert on the 27th, and on the 28th will be a free public concert, and I'm going to let Mr. Boudreau explain a little bit more about that. But I want to formally welcome the American Wind Symphony back to Lake Charles. This is a wonderful experience. It's a wonderful opportunity for the members of our community to experience really a first-class, world-class, I should say, symphonic performance. And this is something that I think will be very enjoyable when you do something like this anywhere with the quality of musicians that perform with the American Wind Symphony. It's always a nice experience when you combine that with a waterfront experience. It gets even better. And so I think that everybody in the community should be looking forward to coming out and experiencing and enjoying a really, like I said, world-class symphonic performance of music from all over the world. These are very talented musicians that perform. These are young people from all over the world that come and work with the Wind Symphony. The America's Wind Symphony travels across the Gulf Coast performing different communities. We were very fortunate this time to be selected again as being one of the host sites, and so we're very much looking forward to this performance. And so this morning we wanted to make that announcement, and I wanted to introduce or reintroduce Mr. Boudreau to Lake Charles and let him talk a little bit about what he has planned for this year's performance. Mr. Boudreau.
This is my 53rd season as founder and music director. It all started in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I was a professor at Duquesne University, and I met a man by the name of Henry J. Hines II, and somehow he took an interest in this whole project, and pretty soon it became a corporate program with Dave Roderick, chairman of U.S. Steel, and Alcoa, and Gulf, and Bob Dorsey of Gulf. Gulf doesn't exist anymore. I've been around a long time now. Westinghouse doesn't exist as it existed. But they all made this happen, and since that time we've actually had some quite amazing journeys. We were in Europe for 3 years. We were the first U.S. flag vessel to go to Leningrad when Gorbachev was president. We went to Paris for the French bicentennial when Mayor Chirac, and actually Mayor Chirac also stood on the podium at Hotel de Ville in Paris and conducted the Wind Symphony. He later became, as you know, president. And then we went to London and Belfast and Dublin. We were there in Ireland, actually, when they were having all of these problems between the Catholics and the Protestants, and we would call the Peace Boat. And we would have parties on the boat for both Catholics and Protestants in all in Dublin, Belfast, the Cobh, Waterford Island. And then we've been touring the waterways of the United States, the western rivers, the Atchafalaya, the Chattahoochee, so many of the wonderful Hudson rivers and Erie Barge Canal. Many people don't know that you can go from Troy, New York, all the way to Buffalo still on the Erie Barge Canal. And so the boat's been in many places, but one of the nicest places it's been is in Lake Charles. And we were here in '06. The mayor happens to be a musician also, and very supportive of the arts and music, and I feel that we're going to do a little bit something special for him on that occasion. Actually, we're going to be doing a world premiere here by a composer by the name of Efrain, E-F-R-A-I-N, Amaya, M-A-Y-A, who's from Venezuela. And he's been on the faculty at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, and I was able to convince him to do a couple works for me, and one of these works is a concerto for 3 marimbas and wind orchestra, which will have its premiere in Lake Charles with One of the members is from Eastman School of Music, and one will be from Japan, and one will be from Indiana University out of Bloomington. So musicians come from all over the world. There will be musicians coming here from Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, several countries from South America, as well as from Europe. These are some of the most talented young people, and not only talented, but very human people. They're so dedicated to making their music part of our world, and they still don't know that that people saying they're always positive. They're always, in terms of their performances, they're always so positive. We go into these communities and we teach. We stay in the homes with oftentimes with youngsters who are playing similar instruments, so this educational is going on back and forth. So that's what we're going to do, and I understand your waterfront we're pre-dedicating your waterfront, which will be completed in a year or so. But we know there's some problems down there, but we're going to find ways to perform. And this is as you probably are aware, the economics are difficult at this time. We are a non-profit organization. When we were in Pittsburgh years ago, and we were sponsored by Heinz, etc., they always felt that the people should also help to participate. So we have a thing called Pass the Drums. And so this will be like a free offering, but we pass the drums during the concert so that people can contribute and help in terms of supporting the orchestra coming here. Thursday night, which is the 27th, we're doing a patrons concert. With things as tight as they are financially, and we being a nonprofit, we need all the help we can get. It cost me $30,000 just to put fuel on that boat. I mean, that's just a little item, $30,000. I got 5 vans moving. I got 40 musicians out there to pay, get all kinds of things going on. So this is a way that people in Lake Charles can, some people say, how can I help? Well, you come to this patrons concert. It's tax deductible. Normally it's a $100 charge. We have wonderful wines and cheeses. I was a Fulbright scholar in Paris. I learned how to drink wines there. And so we have wonderful wines and cheeses, and there's about a 40-minute concert in our little theater. It's limited to 70 people. There's and then after that little concert, I take them on a tour of the art galleries. We have lots of paintings from Canada, from Venezuela, from Colombia, from all over, from Mexico. And I take them on a tour of that, and then we go back, and we have wine and cheese in our little theater as well for those people. So it's about an hour and a half program. And that'll take place at 7:30 on Thursday night, the 27th.